Hello everyone. Welcome you all in today's my class. In today's class, I will start a new chapter of our civics. So that is chapter 4, the judiciary. Okay. So what we learn in this chapter? So you will learn about the structure and working of the Indian judiciary, and about the Supreme Court and High Courts. Okay, and you will learn about the functions and roles of subordinate courts, and in last in this chapter you will learn why is it important for judiciary to be independent. Okay, so let's start this video with this chapter. So first, uh, I will explain you what is the judiciary. So here first question and most important word for understand what is meaning of judiciary or what is judiciary. So answer is the judiciary is a system of courts which interpret and apply the law. Okay, so we know very well laws are the pillars that supports the functions of a democracy. We know very well our country India is a democratic country. So laws are the pillar that support the functioning of a democracy. But if there are laws, there is also dissents and violation of laws. The violation gives rise to disputes which could be between individuals, between groups, or between individuals or groups and government. To resolve these disputes, we need a system of courts which is collectively known as the judiciary. So I hope you know very well and understood well what is meaning of judiciary. Okay, so next we learn about Indian judiciary. So in India we have the rule of law, which means that laws apply equally to all people and that a certain set of fixed procedures need to be followed when a law is violated. To enforce this rule of law, we have a judicial system that consists of the mechanism of courts that a citizen can approach when a law is violated. Okay, so the judiciary is a part of the government and plays a crucial role in the functioning of India's democracy. So in Indian judiciary, the administration of justice and settlement of disputes of different kinds is an important function of the government. Okay, so the judiciary, which is the third organ of the government. Okay, so first we also learn about main organs of government. First is legislature, second is executive, and third is judiciary. So we know about the judiciary, which is the third organ of the government, is responsible for imparting justice and thereby strengthening democracy. Okay, so next we learn about structure of the Indian judiciary. So what is the structure of Indian judiciary? So the judiciary works through a network of courts. For justice to be imparted, there should be more than one court of appeal. If any person feels that they have been wrongly accused in the first trial, they should have the right to appeal to a higher court. Okay, so our constitution provides for a single integrated judiciary with a trial system of trial court. So first I will explain you Structure of Indian judiciary. So in structure of judiciary, this is divided into three categories. First is Supreme Court, second is High Court, and third is district and subordinate courts. Okay, so in Supreme Court, okay, discussion decisions are binding on all courts and can remove cases from lower courts to itself. And under High Court, we can hear appeals from lower courts and deals with cases with the jurisdiction of the state. Okay, and this court, district and subordinate courts, deals with criminal and civil cases, deals with cases arising in the district and lower level. Okay. So that is three structure of three category in structure of the Indian judiciary. Let's we discuss about role of judiciary. Okay. So in this section we will discuss three topics. First is dispute resolution, third judicial review, and third upholding the law and enforcing fundamental rights. So first we discuss about dispute resolution. Okay, so courts make decisions on a very large number of cases. As per your civics chapter, judiciary, the role of the judiciary can be divided into following. First is dispute resolution. So the judicial system provides the mechanism for resolving disputes between citizens and the government, between two states government, and between the center and state government. Okay, next judicial review. So judicial review as the final interpreter of the constitution. The judiciary also has the power to strike down particular laws passed by the parliament if it believes that these are a violation of the basic structure of the constitution, which is called judicial review. Okay, I again repeat. As the final interpreter of the constitution, the judiciary also has the power to strike down particular laws passed by the parliament if it believes that these are a violation of the basic structure of the constitution, which is called judicial review. Okay, next we proceed upholding the laws and enforcing fundamental rights. Okay, so every citizen of India has the right to approach the Supreme Court or the High Court if they believe that their fundamental rights have been violated. So what is meaning of fundamental right? So fundamental right is fundamental are essential human rights that are offered to every citizen. Okay, every citizen, irrespective of caste, race, creed, place of birth, religion or gender. So in jurisdiction, role of jurisdiction topic, upholding the laws and enforcing fundamental rights. Every citizen of India has the right to approach the Supreme Court or the High Court if they believe that their fundamental rights have been violated. Okay, so I hope you all understood very well today's all content. In this chapter, next topic we will discuss in my next video. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.